Guten Tag, it's Rich from Hughes Kettner on the legendary Hughes Kettner couch, because it is indeed legendary. And today I'm with Dave Young, guitarist with the Devin Townsend Project. Dave, thank you very much for taking the time to sit and chat with me about, well, probably nothing.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Cool. So, as you may have seen if you watched the interview we did with Devin just before this one, or if you haven't, go watch it now, link below. You and Devin have been in Germany now for about a week. You were with Framus Guitars before, and now you've taken the trip to Hughes Kettner.
That's right. Yeah.
How has it been for you so far?
It's been great. I really love gear and seeing how gear is built and factories and tours of circuit boards and everything. It's super interesting to me, so I'm enjoying it very much.
Yeah. And you've been with both Framus and with us Hughes Kettner for quite a few years now, haven't you?
Yeah, for a couple of years now, yeah.
It was your first time there, it's your first time here, it's kind of your first time geeking out at the factories. What has been the best thing that you've seen during the trips so far?
Robots, man. Robots. Just watching automated arms grab things and take them to stations and sand them and put things together, and I love that.
It's what we do. It's what we do in Germany. But, yeah, cool. Okay, so let's move on to then the shows that you're here to do as well. You're in Europe for a run of festivals, Download in the UK this weekend, and then some more, right?
Yeah, Download and Hellfest, and we have some club shows filling in dates, and about 3 weeks worth of festivals, and then we're home for a couple days, and then back again. We're doing Tuska and B-Prog and all over Europe. So, yeah.
If you're doing festivals one day and then moving to kind of a club show, kind of a band headline show in between, and then going back to festivals, how does a day go differently for you? What do you have to prepare differently before you go on stage?
It's pretty similar in terms of setup, but I think I like both shows, but there's something about the epicness of a festival that's not daunting, but interesting. Just when you look out and you see a sea of people, it's sort of a different mental state, I think, than like 500 people in a club, you know.
I was going to say, because a lot of people that I've talked to who have had the opportunity, the luck to play massive festivals and have 30,000 people, kind of a sea of people looking at them, they say it's actually a lot more kind of nerve-wracking to play in front of 300 or 500 hardcore fans, where you can see the whites of their eyes and you can hear if they don't like it or if they love it or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. I think at a festival you usually see the front row of eyes and then everyone else is sort of faceless, but we've had some cool festival experiences. Dev made everyone at Wacken do a group hug. I think you can find that on YouTube.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. It sort of made it feel like a club show, you know, when 10,000 people are hugging each other.
I've seen a wall of death and a wall of hugs, but I've never seen a group hug at a festival, so we'll have to go and check that one out. Yeah, it sounds pretty nice. That said, the Devin Townsend Project's music is not what I would associate with groups of strange men hugging each other. How did that work?
I think that's part of what the music inspires. It's heavy, but it's I don't know. There's the way Dev wrangles people is they end up hugging each other in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same with the band before and after the show?
Hugging?
Yeah.
No, no, no. We do very little hugging. Yeah. We're very sort of Canadian about everything. Like, oh, that's real nice, buddy. Yeah.
But no touching.
No touching.
Cool. Yeah. So, how is it then being guitar player to someone like Devin Townsend, who is kind of such a focal frontman that people really focus on?
I really like backing him up. I think I really enjoy being a rhythm guitar player and having a really solid tone and a really solid performance, so that, you know, Dev doesn't have to worry about it. He can do his thing, and I think that's what we try as the band to achieve is just like a really solid foundation for him to, you know, wander around.
And you are like a proper solid low end, aren't you? You're tuned down to what? A low G on this one, and you've got baritone guitars and all sorts. Tell us a little bit about that setup.
I guess I originally played keyboards for Devin, and then I switched to guitar, and when I started playing, I tried to find my thing, I guess, and ended up finding baritone guitars, which really worked for me. So we use an open C tuning, and I use a 7-string version of that on a 6-string. So I have the low G, and I can do a lot of the lower end kind of heavy stuff. And yeah, I don't have to switch guitars very often, and it just really works tonally. I think sort of bass and baritone, and then Dev on top. It fills a wide range of frequencies. So.
Did you play guitar before? I mean, were you a guitarist as well as a keyboard player, or did you pick up the guitar after moving away from keyboards?
Yeah, I've always kind of played both.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Just wondering, does being a keyboard player kind of alter the way you approach playing parts or fleshing out chords or anything like that?
I think it gave me a really, really healthy enjoyment of ambience, and not necessarily all the time, but I like to add ambience where I can, and I don't know, delays and pedals. Like I use a pedal board, and just having cool tonal options. I think like on a keyboard you have so many options, synths and pianos and Rhodes and organs, and sort of trying to incorporate those kinds of things into guitar tones is interesting, I think.
So how complex is your setup for a live show? You've got as few guitars as you need for tuning changes or whatever. You've got your TubeMeister, was the 36, now it's the Deluxe 40, and individual effects pedals, right? You're not an Axe-FX man like Devin?
Nope, I have 2 guitars, the TubeMeister 40, and a pedal board, and that's all I use pretty much. So I like pedals, and I like the challenge of setting up a pedal board with a finite amount of space, and finding the things that really work and that will fit, with the amount of power that you have and the amount of space that you have. And it's like putting a puzzle together of, like Deb was saying earlier, just the amount of boutique pedal companies out there now. It's like an infinite sea of stuff. So I like having simple things. Like on an Axe-FX, you can delve into the resistors of your pedals and change as much as you want to, and I like having something that's simple and sounds good, and combining those things to make a good tone.
So you're using normally the basic sounds from the TubeMeister itself, drive mainly. What can we find on your pedal board to augment that basic tone at a typical show? At the moment, I guess it changes quite a lot.
Yeah, I have a really nice overdrive pedal from Walrus that I use to sort of create a 4-channel amp. So I'll use the clean, and then the clean with the Walrus, and then the crunch channel, and then the lead channel, and then the lead with the Walrus again for more of a lead tone. And then I have a Nemesis delay from Source Audio for, again, some nice ambient parts. I have a Pog from Electro Harmonics that I love. I like jamming around with organ sounds. You can create really interesting tonal sounds with that. And a wah pedal and volume pedal, and I have a phaser from Dunlop. And but yeah, I'm in the process of, I'm really enjoying the mini pedals that everyone's making now. So yeah. I'm trying to fit more on my pedal board. Yeah. That's typically what I'm running. Yeah.
What's the most interesting song for you tonally that you're playing live at the moment that people can look at, just for a kind of a quick overview of your go-to favorite sound?
Yeah, I think probably Stormbending, the song. I use piezo pickups on my guitar as well for some acoustic sounds, and so I use those. I use the phaser. I use mid-gain tone. I use a heavy tone. I have a little solo in there that has some delay and some phaser on it. It kind of does everything that I have on my pedal board. It kind of uses all that stuff. So.
Awesome. Well, Dave, thank you very much for going into this guitar geekery with us for now. Yeah, what we're going to do then is get Devin back onto the couch with us, and we'll talk about some more random sort of stuff, I guess. Make sure you check out the interview with Devin. Got people behind the camera laughing at me now, probably again, for saying check it out. Check Dave out. Check him out on his Twitter and all that, because he's always taking nice pictures of his amps on tour. Get back and check out the links in the description there, and watch the videos with Devin and the other interview, and we shall see you later. Cheers.
Dark, the darkness comes. together we ride on the wings of the Valkyries to beautiful Harmony Ridge. I love the female form.